Welcome to the grade 11 functions, and today we are going to look at sketching hyperbolic graphs. In this first example, I find it easier to do the asymptotes first. So to get a vertical asymptote, I will take my denominator, which is the x minus 1, set it equal to 0, and then get my x alone. My horizontal asymptote is over there, so y equals 1. Once I've got my two asymptotes, I will have a look at this constant value over here. It's positive, so I know it's quadrant 1 and quadrant 3. To get the x-intercept, I let my y value equal to 0. I'm just going to use the space over here. So 0 equals 2 over x minus 1 plus 1. So therefore minus 1 equals 2 over x minus 1. LCD is x minus 1. So it's minus x plus 1 equals 2. So minus x equals positive 1. X is therefore negative 1. I can write it as a coordinate, so negative 1 and 0. To get your y-intercept, you make x equal to 0. So y equals 2 over 0 minus 1 plus 1. So therefore y equals 2 over negative 1 is negative 2 plus 1. So therefore y equals negative 1. We can write it as a coordinate, so therefore 0 and negative 1. Then we need some more points on the graph. So what I did was I actually typed it in on my calculator under mode table. I found some more points over there just to indicate it to you. So I see there a 2 and a 3. And I can also use 3 and 2. You can also use some negative values. I just showed you on a screenshot over there. So when I put it all together, I put in my x equals 1. So I put a dotted line over there for my asymptote. And I make sure to write there x is 1. On my y-axis, through 1 dotted line, that is my horizontal asymptote. And I write there y equals 1. As you can see the shape over there. I know that this is my x-intercept, negative 1 and 0. I know my y-intercept over there is 0 and negative 1, and then 2 and 3 was my other point, which I got from my calculator, and then 3 and 2. Connect the dots, and there we go. So let's take a look at when my constant is a negative. So asymptote, vertical asymptote, take your denominator, set it equal to 0, get your x alone. Your horizontal asymptote is over here, so therefore y equals positive 3. Shape, once we've got our asymptotes, that value is negative, so it will be quadrant 2 and quadrant 4. X-intercepts, make y 0, so 0 equals negative 3 over x plus 2 plus 3. So therefore 3 over x plus 2 equals positive 3. LCD is x plus 2. So 3 equals 3 times x plus 2 is 3x plus 6. 3 minus 6 is negative 3 equals 3x. So x is negative 1. We can write it as a coordinate. So negative 1 and 0. Y-intercept. So make your y value 0, your x value 0. So y equals negative 3 over 0 plus 2 plus 3. So therefore y equals negative 3 over 2 plus 3. So therefore y equals, and then what you can do over here is you can just take your calculator if you need to, and you can go negative 3 over 2, and you can go plus 3, and you can write it as 3 over 2. And you can write your coordinate as 0 and 3 over 2. Then some more points on the graph. I showed you a screenshot on the right there, and you can use minus 5 and 4. You can use minus 4 and 4.5, or negative 3 and 6. So over here when we draw it, so y equals 3, dotted line through y equals 3. So just remember to label it, and then x is negative 2 as you can see, the shape there in the second and the fourth quadrant, and then you can go -5 and 4 over here. We can also go -3 and, for example, 6 as another point. We have our x-intercept at -1 and 0, and our y-intercept at 0 and 3 over 2. Connect the dots, and there you go. Thank you for watching this video on how to sketch a hyperbola. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you want us to make more videos on sections that you are battling with, please let us know.